Yo, that's crazy. I posted something on my community tab, and I got a notification from it in my notifications. That's actually insane. That's never happened before. What's my opinion on Salmon Run? Sorry, you haven't been a fan for it too long. I just wish it had a endless mode, and I'll probably play it more, but that's it, really. That's it, really. Has anybody else seen the New Year's image from... Oh, yeah, let's actually talk about that, guys. So if you guys didn't see it before, there was this thing on Splatoon JP's Twitter, and there's like a lot of people who have been speculating that this is like an... I wouldn't really say Easter egg, but a hint of something for Splatoon's future in general. And people have been going crazy about this. Just to show you a little bit more. Let me just go from here to here. Just to show you a little bit more of this. Talking about this specific post right here. Now, there's many different things about it. Obviously, have a great 2020, right? But that's not what we're trying to look at. We're looking at this SOS thing, or 505. Now, there's a lot to it, I think. And I think it's like, it's kind of cool. Because it's just like, Nintendo's clear, or the Splatoon does is clearly hinting something's happening. Like, people see this as an SOS, and it's like, since there's like salmonids like all over the place, people think maybe it's saying save our salmonids or something like that. Or some people have also said maybe it's hinting out like a date, like May the 5th, 2020, you know? Maybe like something might happen on that day. If that is the case, there has to be a direct on that day, and I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Like, I don't really know what it could really mean. Well, actually, I came up with like a couple of my own ideas. Like, maybe with, like, I mean, this is kind of like a pretty obvious one, but it's like, what if this is like the beginning of chaos because of this the final Splatfest? Now, that's way too easy. Honestly, that's, in my opinion, that is just like the most easiest thing that they could do. Like, it's way too easy for the devs to do that. Like, alright, this is an SOS message to save our salmonids and stuff like that. Maybe the next game, Splatoon 3, is save the salmonids or something. Or from the wrath of chaos, and you know, maybe, I don't know. It's a bit out there, but it's sick. This gets a lot of people excited. Maybe we're all just a bunch of idiots, and basically there's nothing. Like, May the 5th might come over. It has to be something with a date. Like, that's why I think maybe we just have to wait till May. And I think if we do wait till May, that's something perfect. Like, maybe we'll get like an announcement or something. I don't think there's gonna be anything major coming this year, but like maybe just an announcement just to say something's coming. Alright? And I can't say it's like DLC or anything like that unless it's like a massive lie again from Nogami, where it's just like, hey, we're now including more content. Like, it just doesn't make any more sense when they said we're gonna stop all content and then they're gonna come back next year. Oh, we're gonna bring back more content. It's just like, what are we doing now? What are we doing? It could mean save our squids. No one's actually said that yet. You're actually right there. The only reason why I don't think that, my only main thing is just they're clearly showing salmonids. That's the thing. Well, maybe, actually, no, you might be right. Maybe it's the salmonids taken over, because technically they're the bad guys in Salmon Run and all that. So, I mean, if we take a closer look at these salmonids, actually, sorry, I'm gonna change the thing again. If we take a closer look at them, it looks more like that they're taken over. Actually, no, you actually might be right. Because if you look at this is what a squid looks like when they've been taken over. I could actually give you that. Like, I'm honestly more on the idea now that it means save our squids instead of save our salmonids, because they're kind of like, you don't see a squid other than the dead squid that's over here. If it is the next game, it could be hinting that the salmonids are going to be the bigger bad guys that we're going to have to take on, and it's the reflection in the water. But no, that's just three letters. You know, what's the bottom right? I don't know what that means. I really don't know what this means. I can't really say that. It says save our salmonids in the waves. The waves are making the message. I'm looking at it, guys. I'm really looking at this. You found a tweet? Could you pass me that tweet? Because I kind of want to look at it. I don't see it. I don't see it. That's the thing. My dude has received a tweet. You highlighted the words. Can I really see that though? Oh wait, no it does. Oh wait, no it does. Wait, does it? It does. It actually does say that. Okay. Save our salmonids. So it really does say that. My theory goes out the window and Ultra's theory goes out the window. Then who's taking over then? The thing is why I said save our squids is just because it'll just make sense. Like, but maybe there's a deeper meaning to it. Like maybe Mr. Grizz is the bad guy. Maybe Mr. Grizz is the bad guy because you see him in the back. It would make more sense if he's the bad guy. That's it, like, because we can clearly see that. Like, maybe the salmonids aren't really the bad people out here. Because in the game, we steal their eggs and then give... Ah, that actually is... So, Bamboo Stick says, because in the game, we steal their eggs and give them to Mr. Grizz. We don't know who Grizz is or why they want the eggs. That's a good idea. Okay, Bamboo Sticks just thought outside the box because that actually does make some sort of sense. We're just working for Mr. Grizz out here. We're just working for him. But we're not exactly, like, we don't know where these eggs are going towards. We just give the eggs to him. Maybe the salmonids aren't exactly bad. That's actually a pretty decent theory, because it kind of makes sense. This is actually making me think even more. This is actually making me think even more. We're literally invading their territory and stealing their eggs. Yeah, I mean that's also it too. Like we are taking their babies while destroying them at the same time. Which is, well, okay. He could take over the salmonids and control them by raising them to be evil. That's what I was thinking. Because like yeah, we're taking their babies, but why are they also angry? But you don't even play the story mode. Okay, let me just get this real clear. Alright, we're gonna go right back to this scene, and I'm going to show you, first of all, that I got a full 1000% on the story mode. And I did this in 2008. Actually, no I didn't. I did this last year, 2019. But, let me just show you real quick. Oh wait, did I really just said 2008, sorry about that. I did 10 years ago. But, I've already done it. I got a full 1000%. Every single thing has been completed. Alright? I played the story mode, and I don't want to ever do that ever again. Okay? So thank you very, very much. We got that clear and out the way. Now let me get quickly back to the thing so we can stare at it and just figure out. This is basically the black hole. No, I'm kidding. This is basically the black hole of Splatoon, you know? Everyone's just looking at the message just like, what does it mean? Is something gonna happen? No. It meant, well, actually think about it. If Nintendo's listening, why do that? Why not do that? I think that would be such a cool idea. It would be a great idea if Nintendo did something like that as like a stream, you know? Because we'll just be hyping up Splatoon and just be like, what are we looking at really? It just, I don't know, that's actually pretty cool. Looking at the Splatoon lore, the salmonids come out of the water to fight because that's their thing. I think that's the strongest theory right now though, just concluded. I thought it was save the squids because like, hey, we have a squid right there and he's just like, I'm chilling, I'm dead, the salmonids are taking over. I thought that was it, but now it literally does say save our salmonids, because you can, like, in this part right here, you can see clearly it says salmonids and then there's our and then it's there, and then you can kind of see it. The guy highlights it too, so shout out to that guy. Grizz being in the back kind of just screams Grizz is up to something, and he's probably the bad guy of a potential Splatoon 3. So, you know, that's kind of how I'm looking at it right now. Salmonids, as Bamboo Stick said, they like to fight, so that's why they're fighting, and now they're even angrier because we're taking their babies and all that. So Grizz never really told us why we work for him. We just work for him and give him eggs for whatever reason. So I think that's the strongest theories right now. Your theory is that there's something far more worse than Mr. Grizz. Grizz is just seizing the opportunity, but something below the waters is far more dangerous than we could ever foresee, threatening to turn the world into a primordial water state. Honestly, you have a good point there. I think it's more so Mr. Grizz though, mainly because we just haven't seen him. We don't know who this guy is. He's just a bear. But he doesn't have a form though. He's just a bear that's a rock thing. I don't know, dude. He's in rock form. Maybe he's using the salmonid eggs to restore his body or something. Maybe Mr. Grizz is a bear that got destroyed and eaten by salmonids, but he somehow survived, and his like rock formed spirit is trying to get the salmonid eggs to repair himself. Could be something like that. That's just another theory and all that. So I don't know, guys. Like I don't know. Grizz talks to us through the radio. He is hiding his true identity. He really is, yeah. Like, who knows? I think in an interview, the devs actually mentioned Mr. Grizz. He might not even be alive and is actually just text-to-speech program. Maybe this has something to do with the human professor again. Bear half salmonid hybrids. I can't say if it's... I mean, honestly, I'll disclose Mr. Grizz being an actual salmonid. Somebody also did say... I think it was Ende. He said, when time is up in Salmon Run, the entirety of, like, all the salmonids just start running away. Has anyone, like, thought, why does that happen? But, like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, why does that happen? Maybe Mr. Grizz is just playing us all. I don't know, dude. It's like, we're just out here speculating. We're just kind of throwing ideas out there, because I think it's fun. Like, this type of stuff is fun. Grizz is definitely playing everyone. Yeah, that's what I feel, dude. Because they're programmed to. Yeah, of course. They're just a bunch of bots, basically. I don't know, dudes. That's just what I think. I think we've been talking about this for like a good 30 minutes. This is definitely hinting something like... I can't say it's DLC, just to conclude. I can't say this is DLC or anything like that. Because it just does not make sense for them to do more DLC. Because they've just said that we're not adding more content into Splatoon 2 after this time period. They've already said that. We'll get balance patches. That's cool. We already know that. And that's been confirmed that we'll get a couple of balance patches, and the next one is going to be July 6th, and one after that, April 2020. But I kind of find it pretty interesting how it's April 2020 now, because this could also mean double message. May the 5th might be something that gets revealed or anything like that. So it's just like, all right, we have that last final balance patch to complete the game. Then we're just full force working on the next thing coming into the Splatoon series. So Splatoon 3. And then they can possibly hint that, hey, Splatoon 3 coming out 2021. So that's just what I think. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be the end. This is just a big hint that there's something coming. Probably might see some more stuff on their Tumblr and all that. So they did, yeah, I know. They did say that the Octo expansion is the first DLC for Splatoon 2. Like they mentioned first. It's hard to say because DLC is content. DLC is content. And they cut the cutoff point for any more included content for Splatoon 2 was July, and they said that. I'm smashing the table now. They said that very clearly. Why would they go against their word again just to add some more stuff when it would be a much better idea to do it within a new game and then put all of that together and continue on, you know? And then they can have all their other DLC and stuff like that, like, because I can't really see it being more downloadable content. I mean, if it is, and honestly, I'd be kind of disappointed, but you know, I wouldn't be mad. It's still more content, but you know, that's just how I feel. It's a teaser for a new game or something. Yeah, that's like it just makes sense. Well, now I'm thinking about it, they can't really do the same thing where it's just like, oh, the Splatfest is going to kind of decide what the new game's going to be about and all that type of jazz. Who's going to be the character that gets taken and who's going to be the character that gets back. Like, if they redid the repeat of that, honestly, that's boring. And I think Nintendo is like, they're much smarter than that. They will do something that players wouldn't think about. Like, when you look at this, it's just like, all right, you have Mr. Grizz, who's possibly going to play a big part, because we don't exactly know too much about Mr. Grizz. So if they were to make another game for Splatoon, that'll be the perfect character for them to actually do that. And, you know, it just makes a lot of sense, because now it's saying save us salmonids and all that type of jazz, and why we take Mr. Grizz's stuff. Well, not Mr. Grizz's stuff, but the salmonid stuff, and give it to him. Like, why do we do that? There's no... There's no answer for why we do it. We just do it just because the game told us to. They said chaos versus order would determine the fate of Inkopolis, so you feel like it have to be more impactful. That would make sense, yeah. I mean, it could be it could be a thing that's a lot more chaotic. There could be some sort of chaos thing. I don't exactly understand how it would be included. Someone made a project for Splatoon 3, and in the project there were new species, and the mode was called Mecha or something. In this mode there was entirely new species and a new captain, and I think this is a new species of Mr. Grid. You could be wrong when it's something that made not... Yeah, that's not made by Nintendo, so... I mean, it could have taken things to mind and maybe took some inspiration of that, but it's kind of hard to take things from something that's like not official, you know, unless like Nintendo's completely playing us and the person who made it is actually a person that secretly who works for Nintendo, so that'll be a biggest mind blown. But who would have thought? Honestly, if that was the case, also whoever's doing the project Splatoon 3, check them. Check them real quick just to see. Do you work for Nintendo? What do you know? What if that was the case? Where like this man making Project Splatoon 3 was leaking the entire game right in front of us, and we just pass it off as fans like, oh, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I like that. That's some neat art that you got there. But nah, this is actually the real game. Like, what if it was? It's a wild suggestion, but I doubt it.